Welcome in, everyone. Get settled, get excited. Oh my goodness. We're here, we're excited. We're gonna let you have a couple minutes to just settle into the space, get cozy, get locked in, say hi in the chat. Let's pop off in the chat with where you are all coming from. We got to see how many people RSVP'd and from all the different countries, but we want to have the chat pop off even more. So, welcome in to Gathering of the New Earth Conduits. Take a second, enjoy the music, feel the energy. Wow.
Turn up the bops. Turn up the bops.
Oh, let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. There we go.
Yeah. Guys, we are all over the freaking world today. Look at this. I can't even read the chat. It's going so fast. So magical. Oh my goodness. Welcome, everyone. Ah!
If you have ever doubted for 1 second that this earth is shifting and that you are not alone in the shift that's happening, look at the people here. These are the people awakened, aware, here for the change that is happening on this planet, leading the way. Like, look at all the amazing faces here. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Wow. For those who are going to be watching the replay, we are just watching the chat absolutely pop off with every freaking place all over the planet. Wow. My goodness. Okay. So as we all continue to arrive, and we know that we'll continue to be welcoming people into the space over the next few minutes. Heart is exploding. This is epic. I invite you to take a breath with me here to just fully arrive and land. Allow yourself to feel the power, the potency, the majesty of the moment. This is the gathering of the New Earth Conduits. Those are some potent words right there. Beings who can even resonate with what it means to be a New Earth Conduit. That song we played to welcome you all in is called Lost in the Woods. It's this song by Adriatic and Elderbrook, and it's about essentially finding your people. And we actually played it as the last call for at the end of the second round of the portal that we closed just less than a month ago. And at the end of these 6-month literal portals, we all come to that last call, and it's a profound feeling. And we played this song, Lost in the Woods, and you could feel the symbolism of these words of, I found you, I found my soul family. So we're playing it again today because part of why we're all here today, a big reason why, is because there's a pretty profound creation and space that is being channeled through myself, Nikki, and Sarah. It's called The Portal. You guys are going to hear all about it today and throughout today. And it really feels like the gathering of a soul family, not just the gathering of New Earth Conduits, but the gathering of a soul freaking family. People who see the soul in each other. And right there, that statement, I want to open that up even more to orient you toward where you've just landed. You're in this Zoom room, seeing all these beautiful faces. And the three of us here, me, I'm Bella. You can see our names, Nikki and Sarah, there with me here too. We operate from the soul, and we see the soul in all people. So when we are looking at all the hundreds of squares on this meeting today, we're looking at a bunch of powerful souls. And you're in a room full of people who also see you that way, who see the soul in you. And isn't that something? Just that. To know you're in a space you've connected with other human beings who don't just see themselves as human beings, they see themselves more as souls, as infinite, powerful souls. And so if we are gathering today based on this frequency of the soul, then I invite us all to just let go a little bit more in this moment. Relax, open yourself up to receive. The three of us are different kinds of conduits, different kinds of channels. And we've all set the intention to open our hearts up to what wants to come through us today, what wants to come through us through the expression of love. So, in case some of you might be a little bit new to who we are, our spaces, who these three gals are, right? We're not just three women on the internet. Hopefully today we really are becoming something much more real. And so I want to just introduce us quickly on behalf of the three of us. And as you can see, my name is Bella, and I'm here with Nikki and Sarah. These are my soul sisters. And we are all connected through the mission that we share. And we all express that mission in different ways, unique expressions, unique gifts, and ways that we help wake people up and unleash them. And something that we were feeling into is kind of like our little trio intro is that Nikki awakens truth. Me, Bella, I activate genius. And Sarah liberates whatever blocks it. And so together, we create this field of remembrance, of revelation, of the light returning into our bodies, our life, of unleashing dormant potentials, of remembering our magnificence, our gifts, our genius, what we are here to do on the planet, the thing that only each one of one soul can do. And then we don't stop there because we also help you purge and release what no longer serves and to remember the divinity of who you are. To then walk around life with the lens on that sees light and coherence everywhere you go. And that's what we do together. We create a field. We're not just teaching and dropping codes. Anyone who was in the last round of the portal, the one before that, knows the codes are some of the best stuff. We be dropping the codes, the frameworks, all the goodies for all of us who love to learn and decode and understand this reality. But I would say, above that, even more importantly, we hold a frequency and we are devoted to that frequency. Devotion is something we're going to talk a lot about today. And it feels like the proper way to introduce ourselves to you is to tell you about what we're devoted to, which is serving the new earth, which is rendering heaven on earth in this present moment through our souls, through our hearts. We are devoted to the awakening, the remembering of the divine nature of humanity, to turning people back to their own power, inspiring leadership, and above all else, no matter what form our devotion is taking on in different seasons of life, we are simply devoted to a life led by the soul and to the path itself, no matter what it might hold. So that's a little bit about who we are. And if you guys want to learn more about us, you'll see we'll share more through the portal program, and there's all these beautiful bios and abouts about the three of us if you're curious to connect with us individually on how we express in these human forms. But for today, we want to welcome you into this field. And you guys are also a part of this field today. You can feel it. That this Zoom room is not just contained to the digital landscape. This is a global coherence. If you zoomed out on the planet right now, you would see all these little sparks across the planet. 80 different countries all over the planet. We got it covered. We're like, I feel like we got it covered. Like, we got the planet, we got like a net going around it that's very heart open, very coherent. Like, wow. But truly, you can feel the power of that. So, welcome. Welcome in to this powerful gathering. And with that, I want to start to drop us into the stream for today. And I'm going to just open up the stream, and then I'm going to hand it over to Nikki to keep it going. And what you'll see is we're going to take you on a little journey today of what it means to wake up to our missions, to devotion. And throughout this experience, we're going to tell you a bit about what's happening starting in September, both through the portal and through a collective chapter that is beginning. And I want to start there, actually, because the way that the three of us work and the way that we know you all function in your life is we're attuned to not just what's happening right in front of us, but we're attuned to the subtle energetics that are always at play. And one of those subtle and also not so subtle energetics is this intelligent pulse that moves through the planet and moves through its beings all the time. And we are a part of this very specific group of souls. And you'll see that I'm describing some element of your experience as I speak here. A specific group of souls that have awakened, maybe quite recently, maybe years ago, have become aware of the higher truths of reality, of light, of love, of who we are as not just human beings, but divine beings. Awaken to yourself as a conduit, as a vessel. Right? Awaken to yourself as an entire universe within you. Right? If I were to ask each of you, who are you really? And have you paint me a picture, I would probably see all these beautiful different representations of someone painting themselves as the entire cosmos, someone painting themselves as the heart, as just this beautiful blob of excited, vibrating energy. So this is a soul family that knows that. Now, we're also on a journey. We're on this planet called Earth that is going through profound transformation, and the universe has a plan. And it is sending specific signals to specific beings on the planet who have opened themselves up to receive. They have opened themselves up to be able to even perceive the signals. A heart so open that it can then receive the ping of desire, the ping of possibility, the next idea, the next chapter, the business you would like to create, the person that you would like to be, the next modality. You're getting downloads that are clarifying a specific aspect of your life. Truth is landing in your vessel. And so you zoom out and you see, wow, there is something rising on the planet. Heart-led initiates are rising. New Earth conduits, people who understand how to create reality from frequency first. So the three of us, we've been tuned into this stream. And we have declared to the universe, we are here to receive the creations, the expressions, the versions of ourself that are in service to the expansion of the planet, to the remembering of this soul family on planet Earth. We are available. So when we said we are available, we began to receive specific creations. One of those creations is the portal, this 6-month initiation. Now, the portal is just an example of what's happening here. It is a product of a stream moving through all of us, which is the invitation to step into devotion. And it's no coincidence that we're all gathered here now on this specific date and place and time. And you're feeling that call to step into something, but to not do it the way you did it before, to do it differently. So I'm going to pause there and hand it to Nikki. But we've opened a stream and we are feeling into the collective waves and energies and frequencies and intelligence that is uniting all of us. We've all been united and brought together, not by just happenstance, but by something divine. Okay, I'm going to pause there, Nikki, before I keep going.
Yeah, this is a beautiful stream. My goal for today is to have you walk away from this transmission feeling awakened to your own flavor of devotion. My goal is for you to walk away from this transmission feeling an undeniable knowing that you are stepping into devotion with the creation that has been tapping you. Because we have been in this beautiful feminine flow of exploring truth, of remembering. And now those who are attuned and awakening and are hearing and feeling the spark within are being called to bring it to life. It can feel like this, oh, I got to lock in, I got to do this thing. That's the ego, that's the mind. The soul is guiding you to devotion, to tuning every single day to your own internal truth and saying yes to it. That is what you are being guided to do. Now, I'm feeling this huge web of love with all of us connected here today. And I'm having this moment of like, holy crap. Bella and I started this podcast 3 years ago, almost, I think to the day is 3 years since we released our first episode of the Out of Our Minds podcast, which if you're new here, the entire world that you have just stepped inside of started with 2 girls starting a podcast. But it wasn't just a podcast. We felt a spark within our heart that we answered. And 3 years down the line of being utterly devoted to showing up, to facing our deepest, darkest shadows, we started to realize that what we were being called to create was an answered prayer for people, for souls. Now, I share this because you can feel into this. Even what you are experiencing right now is a gathering of souls that have come together through the very specific frequency that the 3 of us emit. And you could literally sit down with any single person on this call and see and feel and know them on a soul level. Every single thing that you have transpired through, awakened through, alchemized through over the past years of your life, your entire lifetime, could be deeply understood by the souls here. Bella and I answering the prayer to start a podcast was actually so that we could gather beings of a resonant frequency that are here to change the freaking world, to birth a new world through their creations, to gather the beings that are leading the birthing of a new freaking world. Now, there's so much nuance in that, right? It's not like we're creating anything, we're seeing it. We're being perceivers of it. We're tuning to an energy, allowing creation to pour through us, and then putting out our creations to the world that carry a certain energetic frequency that awakens something within another being. This is getting kind of meta because you're tapping into the spark that Bella and I have been led to follow how it's an answered prayer for you. And then also the spark that you are having is so much more than just a desire that you feel on your heart. You are connected to a web of information, of energy, of love, where other souls are constantly sending out what I love to call the pulse of the prayer. The pulse of the prayer, when a soul sends out a signal saying, I am ready to experience this exact frequency through this being, through this gifts, through these gifts, through this person's individual essence, I'm going to send out this pulse of a prayer. And then all of a sudden, us as these beautiful radio receivers attuned to this field receive the idea, I'm going to make this thing. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to turn down this street because someone that is walking that I'm going to bump into just sent out a pulse of a prayer. This is all happening unconsciously. Our souls guiding us. And then all of a sudden we feel this intuitive hit. Oh, I'm going to turn this way. I usually go that way, but I'm going to go this way. You bump into someone. I kid you not, this happened to me this morning. We usually go to the same coffee shop every single morning. We were guided to go to a different one today. Next thing you know, we bump into a couple that just moved here as well, and we're getting dinner with them. This is actually the second time that this has happened. Your desires are not random. And I am speaking directly to you because I know you are sitting there staring at a screen, feeling the inner calling to make the thing, to do the thing. And it can feel very overwhelming and scary when we're seeing us as these individual specks that are randomly placed on this floating rock in outer space, thinking that we have to go out there and do something on our own. You are connected to a web of intelligence that wants to assist you and help you and guide you and serve you and love you. So what you have just entered into with the paradigm that we hold the field of is one where your creations, the spark on your heart, is something that is channeled through you. I could go on about the miraculous things that the three of us have experienced while being entrepreneurs, while living the mission. This call was one of them. This call with the 2,300, whatever it is, RSVPs that happened with this call, we are so attuned to what's coming through us and serving and showing up to this specific group of beings that source, the universe, God, whatever title you resonate with in your heart and soul, it comes in and assists you. Now, my prayer for today is that you are remembering that you are at the point in your journey where you don't have to do it alone, where you are syncing up and remembering the oneness, and through that remembering, oh, wow, this creation, it is about me and my individual essence. Of course, the magic of individuality is right there, but also this is about the pulse of the prayer that someone else is sending out. This is about me understanding that I am connected to an entire ecosystem, the oneness of it all. And with that, the way we show up to create completely changes. It completely changes. You are currently sitting in front of whatever screen you're watching this on, exiting out of a paradigm of believing you had to do that all on your own. And I guarantee there were even some of you who were probably feeling a little bit of resistance because there was the mind thinking you had to do it on your own. You get to be held here. Look at where you are sitting right now. Look at what you have chosen to do with even getting on this call. Look at the energy, feel the energy of the love that is in this room right now. You are not alone. Every single person on this call sees you. They see you. You are not alone. Now, not only are you not alone through the souls that are connected to you, asking for your creation, sending out the pulse of the prayer, you are not alone because you are surrounded by a web of love that literally lives to serve you. It lives to serve you. The miracles that unfold in our life when we surrender to this are profound. It's the 2,300 signups to this call, all the people that are going to tune into this replay. all of the beautiful souls that are here live. It doesn't matter when we're watching it, we're here together in this moment. I have known this and felt this as a core belief within me that I'm not doing this alone. But after today, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this alone. Even showing up on these calls, I am more so in the process of efforting to surrender than planning about what I'm going to say. So that brings me to my next thing that I want to invite you into. We keep feeling into this word devotion, tuning into this word devotion. When you tune into that word and the spark that's on your heart, the creation wanting to channel through you, whether it's a life, a business, type of family that you want to raise, the way you want to raise your family, the community you want to build, that healing modality that you know you're meant to birth into this realm. Whatever it is, truth being made real through you into this realm. When you tune into that, what does devotion mean to you? How would it feel if you knew that very specific creation with those very specific beings that want to receive it are also sending out the pulse of a prayer for you to step into devotion? Whatever that looks like to you, whatever that looks like to you. Devotion is when we attune ourselves to be conduits, to open up ourselves as vessels, to literally receive the guidance, the information, the energy, the wisdom, the codes, the direction. Because we are connecting in and saying, I declare that I will be of service to humanity, maybe to this specific being, to my family, to my dog. You're saying, yes, I have this spark being felt within me, and I know it is here to impact the world. So how can I open up myself as a conduit of love, of intuition, of wisdom, to fully receive where it is I'm meant to go, what it is I'm meant to do, and to do it, and to feel the truth awaken from within you and to move in alignment with that truth? What does it mean to you to move in alignment with truth? What does it mean to you to move in alignment with truth? How do you see yourself moving? Devotion is showing up consistently as a conduit of love, taking the step in alignment with truth. And this is the chapter that is unfolding for all of us right now, because Earth is waking up, and the harmony that is being created through all of us, it doesn't want to just live in the mind. It wants to be made real through the embodiment, our essence, our state of being, the way that we sit on the beach and observe the water, the frequency we emit out to the ocean as we observe it, and also the way that we move, the way that we create, the way that we move matter, so that what we move and how we move it is encoded with coherence. Devotion is allowing yourself to be a conduit of love and moving with that love. You have done such beautiful healing work. You have activated rememberings inside of you that are profound. You have had downloads, revelations, the ideas drop in, and they are profound. You are so powerful, so powerful. And now what's being layered with all of this beautiful awareness that you have on shadow and light and awakening and truth, we take with us and we move into this chapter of devotion where it's like a layered cake. You're embodied in all of that beautiful awakening work, and still we're going to keep learning more. It really never stops. But what is layered on now is the mastering of the material, where you as a sensitive being with an open heart attuned to truth are being asked to rise, lead, and create. To not just contemplate and to have the awareness, but to move with it, to embody it, to bring it into your cells, and to let everything you create be encoded with the individual essence of your soul that ends up being the exact frequency that answers someone else's sent out prayer. I always get so emotional during these, and I told myself I wouldn't cry, but I am so grateful to be here with all of you. I am so grateful to be here with all of you. For you to receive the creation that Bella, Sarah, and I are conduits of is a blessing. And I will never take that for granted. The beings that step inside the portal the past 2 rounds, thank you. Thank you for your consistent devotion, for showing up, for being powerful, powerful staples within this community. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. And thank you for being here, because I can feel what is coming alive in your heart right now. You're at the perfect place, the perfect moment. Every single thing that led up to this moment was perfect. You're not behind. You're right on time. Devotion starts now. Okay. I'm going to pass it over to Bella to keep tapping us into the stream. Thank you so much for receiving. And I'm just so excited to get to know each and every one of you even more. Thank you.
Wow, Nikki. I felt just even a shift for myself, just receiving from you, receiving from this soul family. And that call to create, that call to bring it to the material. I have chills again as I say those words. I just want to add this little message that feels like it's coming from this energy of Earth itself. And if Earth had a voice, or if I could be a humble spokesperson for this loving field that we all live in. And then I really want to know what's coming through Sarah's channel. But I want to share it is like this loving field that holds us, Earth, Mother Gaia. She is a representation of a very enormous loving arm, the loving arms of a mother that holds us, that has held us unconditionally since the day that we were born, and actually has been holding us before that, was holding the space and the potential for us to become a form on Earth as a human. And now she is watching us as we awaken and as we come to the realization that it's time to bring these powerful truths and frequencies that live undeniably within our own vessel and to make them seen on Earth, to bring new forms, new organizations, institutions, ways of being, communities, inventions. Oh my goodness, the infinite possible things that a human being is capable of creating. And Earth is saying, it's time. I have space for you. Don't you see everything I have cleared? Don't you see everything I have helped dissolve to make space for you? I don't dissolve things randomly. I dissolve them and I create a shape. And that shape is for you. Those desires coming through you, they are for the openings, for the rendering of heaven on earth through you. Who holds the loving frequency within their heart? You do. Who then is the one to build these things that others can then walk up to and interact with and feel the signature of love behind it? You. You are the one. I chose you. And you zoom out to the loving field that we live in, which is our solar system and the cosmos and this universe. And the universe reminds you, hey, woven into every square inch of you, into your DNA, is the code book of all knowledge. That if you have anything you desire to know and to master, it is within you. And you are learning, you're remembering the technology that is who you are, not the power that you hold, the power that you are. and your creations make those things anchored into reality. So you not only get to be anchored by your revelations and by your truth from within, you get to be anchored now in the 3D world. You get to build a 3D world that feels so good, that new children are born into, and the very culture of conversations has changed because of what you have created. Notice now if you are feeling this calling, if you are feeling the call to create like you never have before and to do it differently than ever before. And hold space for the resistance, hold space for the ego, hold space for it all because it's a part of it. It is a part of the magic. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Sarah, I would love to hand it over to you and have you continue this dance with us. Oh, I have to mute you. Here we go.
There's always something to go after those two messages. I feel like I'm in another realm. Do you all feel like you're in another realm together in the space we're co-creating? It's magical, it's magnificence, and it is the magic of us joining together with open hearts. Can you feel the energy of it? We are doing this together. I want us to really feel this in this moment as we've opened up this field. For thousands of years, humanity has been praying out to something outside of them. Please heal me. Please help me. Please give me money. Please give me the relationship. Please save us. But now is the time that millions of people and thousands right here on this call have woken up to remember that we are the ones to answer those prayers. I want you to feel the magic of what I'm about to share. Because when this drops in, devotion becomes a natural pulse, the same way the blood runs through our system. There's oxygen, there's enough air to breathe. What I'm about to say, when this lands, devotion becomes a natural rush of energy that just moves you forward. Instead of feeling like you need to discipline or act or do, you become moved by the frequency of devotion, moved by the infinite energy in this universe that is holding you, that is loving you, that is moving you. The spark on your heart is not random. The thing you feel inspired to do, to change, to contribute to build your life around, it is not random. The spark on your heart is a prayer sent out by the collective. And what you have an opportunity to do is to see with a maturity and with an awareness that if you have that spark on your heart, you've already been decided upon as someone who has the perfect frequency to carry that out. So many people say, how could I possibly do this? Why me? If the spark is on your heart, it's already yours. The reason you feel inspired, the reason you feel that fire in you to see something change in this world, to contribute something, to be someone, to express something, is because on a soul level, your frequency is already in perfect attunement to carry that out. So there's no need to question anymore. There's no need to worry about how. What happens in your body in this moment when you realize that that spark is a prayer sent out by the collective, and that together, all of us are becoming living answers to those prayers? Can you feel the immediate shift from I've got to be the one to figure this out to I will choose to be a steward and devote myself to carrying this out the best I can. Can you feel the shift that happens with that energy? What I want you to know is that there's no pressure. You don't have to carry it out. You will be loved, appreciated for who you are as a being on Earth right now, no matter what. The universe is clapping for you. You showed up on Earth then, while all that stuff was going on. You're doing good. I bow to you. So you don't have to. There's no pressure to carry out that spark on your heart. But wouldn't it be so much more interesting to see what happens when you really freaking go for it? When you surrender any of the ego's fears, any of the doubts, and you open your heart even more to saying, I know what this is. When you open your heart to the awareness that your devotion to what is coming through is your free choice and is something that you can choose to carry out to be a living answer to the collective prayers, to be the change we want to see. There's a different energy that starts moving you when this becomes the fuel. There's a different energy that starts working things out when you remember what Nikki shared, that you're not alone. We're in this together. Look at us here. You will be given everything you need every step of the way. But there is something that happens with devotion that I want to lift the veil on, and then I'll pass it back. We'll pass the baton back. What can happen with devotion, let me know if you guys have felt this before, but what can happen with the frequency of devotion to a soul mission is that there can be this idea the ego starts telling, this story, that I'll be devoted once I clearly know what it is to be devoted to. And then people get a little lost there. They say, well, I don't know what the mission is. I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know. You know. I promise you, you know. You've known since you were 4. You've known since you were 2. You've had natural things that are just the way you are, that have carried with you this entire life, and probably many more. You know. But the thing about devotion and our soul missions that are really interesting is that sometimes we say, I will be devoted once I'm clear on the soul mission, once I'm clear about the plan, once I know that this will work. But carrying out a soul mission on Earth is quite different. Because carrying out a soul mission on Earth says, show me that you're devoted and I'll show you the plan. Show me that you're devoted and I'll give you the next step. Show me that you will be the one to carry this out and I'll bring you the people. So my invitation is that we drop away the illusions and we don't get this backwards anymore. Can we do that together? Can we commit to that together? To remember that your devotion comes first. And it's not going to look clear when it's a true soul mission. Something that will tell you that you're on your soul's path is when the path is gone. And you're like, what the F am I doing? No one around me gets this. This is so different than I've ever seen. This is when you know you're onto something. We are new Earth Conduits because we're here to build something new. So my prayer for right now for all of us, I'm going to include me, is that okay? My prayer for all of us together in this moment, may we have the courage to move forward in the devotion based on the love of our hearts to carry out what we're here to carry out. May we have the courage to move in the face of not being clear totally on what that path is, and to move forward with devotion and conviction with the love of your hearts, with the deep why for being. To take these steps forward into the unknown and know that as I put my step down, as I put my foot down, that's when the step appears. It might look like we're putting our foot down into a free fall off a cliff, but then as soon as we need it, the step appears and we're like, oh, that's what it is. So don't get this backwards. This reality field is asking, show me your devotion and I will bring you the people. Show me your devotion and I will show you the next step. Show me that you're someone to carry these things out and I'll offer you more. So if you anchor into your heart in this moment, I think you know what your next step you're being asked of is. I think you know. And I think if you think you don't know, it's just because the next step feels fucking scary. Ooh, sorry. It's just because the next step feels scary. Or feels like there's no way I could do that. Or feels like that doesn't feel possible. But you know. So what if you decided to feel the courage of all of us on this call to realize you're not alone? Let it breathe in and let it fill your heart in this moment. And decide, if you choose, that you will be someone who is devoted and will take your step forward with the fullness of your being. You will be someone that this universe, that our collective field can trust with that mission to bring to form. There is something that happens when we gather to a space where this level of conversation happens. Can you feel it? We need one another to help us remember. We do. Whether that's through a podcast, whether that's through a training, whether that's through mentorship, whether that's through gathering together on weekends. We need people who get what it is to walk a soul mission, and I commend you because you know that, and that's why you're here. So let yourself gather from the energy and the space and the energy of the group. And if you are lacking a little bit of courage, we've got you. It's okay. We know what it is to walk the unknown. We know what it is to go live your life outside the norm. And let the courage of your heart, the devotion of your spirit, the devotion of your love for you, for life, for this earth, carry you forward. So I'm going to pass this back. And I commend you for showing up. May your heart be so full, and may you be so ready to move forward with your devotion to what you're here to do. Let's go. Let's see the magic that unfolds.
Yes. Oh, God, Sarah, you just took us on a journey. Oh my goodness.
I have no idea how much time passed. I'm so sorry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Time is not a thing. Wow. The fire of devotion is here, and I'm going to tap into a bit of a further breakdown into what I'm sensing is the invitation for each of us. Whether you're doing that with us or on your own or with a community that you have, I'm just going to break down what the invitation is that I can sense our souls are being called into. The paradigm that we are exiting out of is one where we are using a level of mind, fear, control to try to create something or get something done. The paradigm that we are now stepping into is one where we are feeling and knowing that what we are being called to create is an answered prayer, even if it's just your life. When we are now in this paradigm, the way of creation looks differently. Because exactly like how Sarah is pointing out, the devotion and saying yes actually comes first. I want you to imagine that the creations that are calling your name or the thing that wants to be birthed through you has this beautiful stream of wisdom and intelligence that you can connect to directly. You're creating a business. You're not sitting there at your desk trying to figure it out. You're receiving what the other beings that are receiving your gift of a business want to experience. So in this paradigm, you're saying, yes, I'm connecting in, I'm devoting myself to this, and I am going to be a conduit that receives. This is where life gets fun because you are filled with life force. You start feeling in flow with reality. There's literally no such thing as burnout because you are giving to life and life is giving to you. So the thing that I am feeling is this chapter that we are initiating right now together, all of us here together, is saying yes to the path of devotion and the creation that is calling our name. Because what wants to happen is an opening where you become a clear channel, a receiver that attunes yourself to the direction and energy and the frequency that wants to come through you. You start moving in alignment with, ooh, yes, I'm being called to make this video today. I'm going to show up, I'm going to make this video. And all of a sudden, that's the answered prayer. Some crazy thing unravels from that. And then you receive this next idea. Oh my God, I think I want to write this blog post. This is so random, but I'm getting this idea. All of a sudden, you write the blog post. This one person that you've never heard of before is now reaching out to you saying they want you to come onto their podcast. Crazy shit unravels when we say yes and we devote ourselves, and all of a sudden there's an energy that comes in and guides us. So it's saying yes, creating the openness to attune yourself as the conduit, trusting what is coming through. Saying yes, trusting it, and moving in alignment with what you know to be true. Do you feel how the devotion comes first and what activates is a receiving? I'm literally staring at my neighbor's house with this old satellite dish that's like on the roof. Clearly they're not using it, or maybe they are. And I'm getting this visual of us all having these radio receiver satellite dishes on our head that receive information. When we are in the paradigm of thinking we need to figure something out, we're receiving the information of how to fix something. But what you're creating is not broken. It's a masterpiece in the making, and you are meant to attune to the fullness of it, the purity of it. So my invitation for you is to use this second half of the year to be in devotion, to tuning in, to listening, to being in coherent fields of love, gathering in community in a place that uplifts you to a frequency of remembering, so that you can hear the call on your heart and move with it. This next chapter is also inviting you to be a conduit in a way where what you create and what comes through you is of your individual essence. Let it rip. Let it come through with the rawness of who you are, because that frequency of your soul is exactly what wants to be encoded into that creation. Every single thing that Sarah, Bella, and I do within our business is guided. And anytime there's too much mind coming in telling us, oh, this strategy, you have to do this thing, we prioritize attunement and energy to then receive what it is that we're meant to receive. What you are creating wants to come through with such a purity to who you are. Let it rip. Let it come through the way it wants to come through, and you will learn and remember the unique genius and gifts that you hold. Through the mission, through the devotion, you will awaken the truth of who you are and remember the unique genius that you are here to share. This month, these 2 months leading up to the portal, we have been attuning to this field, this chapter that is unfolding for all of us. And a lot of you guys know what the portal is, and a lot of you have joined the first round and the second round. But this third round is a home for devotion. Because what we are describing, we are going to do together. We are going to hold the field. say yes, answer the prayers, and come into alignment with a flow of creation that is channeled through us, where what you create, you don't even know or realize on a mind level what it is that's about to come through you. And I say this with my whole heart because you and the rawness of who you are is about to be expressed outward in a way that blows your freaking mind. No matter where you do that, just know that is inevitable. Now, I am feeling called to drop you guys into what this space is because there is a reason you are here today, and there are souls on this call that are going to step inside of this space. This is something that is felt as a calling. It's an invitation and a prayer that we send out that's received, and it literally feels like an answered prayer on your end. So it's a knowing, it's a calling. So as I tune in to describe what goes down in this space, feel into the frequency of what it is that I am sharing so that you can know if you were called onto this call to just receive the magic of what we tuned into with the transmission, or if you are being called into a space of community led by the three of us, where you will gather weekly with new Earth Conduits devoting themselves to the mission. Bella and I have stepped forward as conduits in service to you. And we started the portal about a year ago. We did our first round. We show up and receive a 6-month roadmap that is specifically attuned to the new Earth Conduits, the ones who are birthing coherence into this realm with their creations, their essence, and their being. We channel a 6-month roadmap that we receive, and every single month we step inside of these potent containers that are coded with an intention. And throughout the 6-month journey, every single month, we gather weekly. This round, we actually have 5 calls. Now, before I even describe what the portal is, people step inside of this space and they literally say it feels like an answered prayer. It feels like a homecoming. Because what we are creating is through the purity of our hearts, because we understand exactly what is needed for us to birth the creations that are on our freaking heart. Now, inside of these monthly intentions that we set, you are brought on an energetic journey. This is not an online course. It's not that. We hold an energetic frequency within each session. There are 5 different kinds of sessions. I'm not going to go through the details of them here, but they range from energetic activations to learning the codes, Sarah hosting mentorship, really dropping into personal support, subconscious healing work. We have community sessions with breakout rooms. It is a whole world. It is a whole freaking world. This round, we're adding a coherence call where we're actually just literally getting on the call, cultivating coherence with each other, tapping into our hearts, and then receiving intuitive guidance, channeling our creations. These are going to be really fun calls that I'm excited for. And I am just opening up my heart right now to send out the signal that the beings who are meant to be inside of this space, 6 months of devotion to bringing their creations to life through the highest frequency of love, joy, play, in community, in coherence, are feeling the frequency of what it is that I'm sharing. This space is unlike anything I have experienced. And I invite you, if you are interested in reading more of the testimonials, to feel the depth of what happens to the souls that step inside of this space. We'll send over the link. Bella, you can actually send the landing page link because I would love for people to be able to drop in and feel into this. You guys can feel into the testimonials, and this will give you an even more potent frequency of what happens inside of this space. It is a soul family. You will feel an inner knowing. This is not something that needs to be convinced or understood. It is a knowing. One thing that we've learned over these 2 rounds is that people come in and they say, I just felt this call. I said yes, and I'm so happy I did. theme of this round is all about devotion. We're going to be channeling codes of creation that coincide with the themes that we tapped into today, being channels, being conduits, having creative awakenings around our individual essence, and learning how to interact with the creative process so that we can encode our creations with our unique frequency. This is our gift to you, to humanity. We have other spaces that you guys can come into, such as the podcast. We have our membership, but this is the highest level space that we offer. It is the highest touch space that we offer. And it is where our hearts are so devoted to you. It is our biggest offering that we have, and it is for a specific group of beings that know this lifetime is the one. The dreamers, the visionaries, the healers, the leaders, the creators, the entrepreneurs that know this lifetime is the one. Thank you so much for being here, for listening, for absorbing this frequency, and for contributing to the coherent field that we created together today. This community is profound, truly profound. I want you to know that who you are connecting with today on this call are not strangers online. They are soul family. Inside of the portal, you will feel this because we connect with people on a soul level, and it translates over to in person. You go to a city, you reach out to the chat, you say, I'm here, people meet up. We've had so many beautiful relationships flourish from this community. Soul family. True soul family. These are not random people online. This is a soul family. Now, I'll close this out here with just a message of gratitude for the work and the dedication and the consciousness work that you are doing in your life. I feel your heart connecting to mine, and I'm so grateful for the love that you have contributed to this call, but also the love that you contribute to every single person in your life and the work that you have done. And I do not say that lightly. I know I am talking to masters on the path. I know I am talking to people that are truly devoted to their own remembering. I see you, I honor you, I thank you, and thank you so much for being with us today. We are so excited to continue this chapter with you. Know that we have another live stream in August that you'll get an email with all the details with. And we'll also be reaching out and sharing more of the unraveling of the opening of the portal. Thank you guys so much. We will talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. See you soon.